gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's get ready to rumble!
He's off screen. What's he doing this time? All right, while Ruben does his awkward things, welcome to episode 17 of Figure Frenzy. What's the topic? We don't have a topic. The idea of tonight's show is just to talk a bit and get, not so much get the show over and done with, but make it a bit of a quicker show. It's a Royal Rumble today. Ruben forgot to close his door, so he's awkwardly doing that now. It was the Royal Rumble today, so I don't know about you, Ruben. Did you watch it?
All I'll say, well, it's going to be a little bit of a plug. Check my Instagram at ABPigsNZ,
So you
and you'll
watched
see. Oh, yeah. And I've said it in my head so many times. I can't come up with a way of putting a positive spin on it at the moment, just the way I experienced it. My personal experience, no shots at them, just my personal experience, the way I look at things. So I'm just going to zip. And if you want to get a glimpse of it, you can see a little bit of my reaction. Yeah, my story on Instagram is where you can see that. That's all I'm going to say. How about you, Matt? Did you? Of course, you watched it. What did you think?
Yeah, I watched it today. It killed a few hours. But yeah. Anyway, this is the worst intro I think we've ever done. I am one of your hosts, Matt. This is Alex. Not Alex. We have Ruben. Where is Alex?
Well, this wasn't just complete randomness. Alex is still refusing to acknowledge Manchester United. He is still being a obsolete mule and supporting a not so good team. So I've taken my own liberties, and I've extended his suspension for 1 extra month.
Got him.
He's back.
I have a bone to pick with you, Mr. Figs.
Let's fix
Wow.
this.
What, is this a video or is this live? What am I looking at here?
I would say this
Ask me a
is-
question.
Did Jan's favourite wrestler win the Royal Rumble today, all of an hour ago?
Alex, I'm glad to see you haven't figured out that it's 2022 and you can turn your phone sideways.
I can, if I want to. It's on a stand, and I just can't be bothered. See, look, I can't be
There
bothered.
you go.
See, this is the level of professionalism we're dealing with. Do you see why I took the liberty to extend the suspension all these months now?
Unfortunately, I've just been that busy for work.
I could see
That's why I
in your
haven't been.
background, it's very different to your normal background. You've got lots of boxes rather than lots of figures. What's going on?
22 boxes and 7 clear cases later. It's all packed because I am relocating to Christchurch because of my new job. So that's why I haven't been on the show, because I've been traveling so much that I haven't been home at all, to be honest. I've been lucky if I've been home 2 days a week for the past 2 months.
3 months.
I've got
maybe.
to come down to old Smeller Vegas in a couple of weeks. So, are you allowed out?
Maybe I'll be going away for the next 2 weeks.
Rumor has it you're not allowed into any shops or any live events. Is this a true rumor? Do you haven't joined the 4.6 million people in the country? That team?
Gosh, Alex. Back on for 5 minutes and already stirring the pot.
Yeah. Hey, that's okay.
So,
I'll bring my Liverpool
You said
one
you're
in.
only staying for a little time, not a long time. So how long are we staying for, Alex?
I've probably got like 5 minutes till I've got to try and put little man to bed since it's
I
my
will
first weekend
applaud.
home.
I'll applaud your cover story, Alex. The covering the real reason you were suspended by buying all these boxes and making it look like you're moving house. In reality, though, you've been up to some mischief, mostly to do with this fabulous football team here. But
Fabulous football team. They
somehow,
can't win. They can't win
this month.
games. They can't win games without Cristiano Ronaldo in the Champions League.
Did you see our game against West Ham last weekend?
Yeah, you got away with the skin of your teeth. Wasn't a 94th minute winner?
Anyways, what's our topic for today, Matt? What have we got?
The topic
Well-
today is who's top of the league by about 22 points over Man United.
It's not
Anyway,
Liverpool, that's
I
for sure.
think
Not Liverpool.
people have come here for wrestling stuff, guys, not football. I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about, if I'm being completely honest. So, Alex,
Yeah.
since you said like 5 minutes or so, let's get through a couple of things that you especially can talk about.
What do you want me? Oh, Richos. These are mean. I was actually surprised how many people in the group actually bought these. I can't believe
Yeah.
you didn't, Matt. To be fair, this is an investment piece in itself. So
Nah, I don't care. I'm glad for everyone that wanted them to come back and actually collects them. But it's
speaking of retros, I found this while I was packing my retro ring, and I've got the Warrior that I got off you. I already had one.
And you were sitting there saying, "Yeah, I know exactly what I have. It doesn't matter. I don't need to have a list."
I obviously have no idea what I have, so nope. So yeah, no, I got 2 boxes because you could only order 2 as a limit. So I got 2. I think Brett got 2. I think Ricardo got 2.
Did your partner get one, Alex?
No, I didn't. To be fair, by the time I got, because I was working Saturday morning, so that was the only reason I was awake.
Yeah.
By the time I got home, they were sold out. So now I have to stick with the 2 I got. So I will probably open 1, let them breathe for the display, and then keep the box. Keep the box mint, and then probably keep those displayed. I don't know. I don't know if I need them mint on card displayed, so I might just keep them in the box. So,
Yeah. I guess we'll know when they eventually come in 2028.
they're meant. Oh no, the Steve on the wrestling chats reckons they'll be shipped early March.
Yeah, I know. It was a joke. It's fine.
So
The joke, you.
no, I heard the joke. I just
Anyway, carry on. This is all your shit. We don't know what we're talking about here. This is all you.
These are these are custom wrestling buddies. Let me find some more that I've got. I put them in a box this morning. So there's a guy in England that makes these. So they're like $25 or £25 each, I should say. So they're a little expensive, but these are mean. I don't know whether Matt can take the picture off, but I've got there's the Warrior one. You might be able to adjust it in the picture. Ruben's not even fucking watching. What are you even on the show for, mate? Jesus. I make a rare appearance and a rogue unsuspension appearance.
And so, how do these compare to the actual buddies?
Probably
Alex?
not interesting because all you buy is these are a lot smaller. To be honest, they're all of.
Did you get that too, Ruben? Did you get the?
All I got.
What?
I can see you didn't fix your internet over your suspension. He's fucking frozen now. Welcome back. Let's get the you deserve it.
Yeah, they didn't take too kindly to that or something else.
I don't know. His internet was all over the place. I mean, you guys saw him. He was fucking. Oh, he's back. Hang on. Let's see if this one works. No, it's loading. Oh,
Is that better?
oh, maybe.
No?
I don't know. All I heard was, "Is that better?"
So no.
See, hey, Ruben, let's just on a reel right now. How many technical difficulties have we had in the last 3 or 4 months?
3 or 4 months. It's been
Yeah.
every episode. There's something.
Nah,
I'm not one to talk.
There's-
I'm not one to
there's
talk.
been
I've just my
anything.
easier.
There hasn't been anything for the last few. Serious, I don't think there actually has been for the last few.
True that. Yeah, you tend to not notice it if it goes all smoothly, eh? I've not noticed
Yeah.
anything. Mm.
But anyway, just because Mr. Suspended Glitchy Man is trying to fix himself. So these are the ones that are coming out. You got Papa Shango, Undertaker, Kane, and Kamala. Have I got that right?
Mm. If I could do the love heart emoji, which I can't with one hand, but I would.
There you
I would do that for those. If I was a buddy collector, I would be all over those.
So the Undertaker and Kane, you have to buy in a package. They're a 2 for
Great.
1 type thing.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Taker, Kane at one buddy, Shango and Kamala at one buddy. Oh, so it's two twos, which is a good way to do it. And yeah, all the details are there. Alex sent me the person's name. I don't remember who it is. So if you want these, contact Alex. He will help you out. Comments. Oh, well,
Yeah,
he's in the comments, but I don't know what he said. Just carry on. I'm not Wi-Fi and not direct to my computer. All right, so he's back to being suspended now.
He just couldn't take the insults towards his team anymore, so he lost them again.
Let's go through these comments while I'm here. Sup, Calvin?
Hey, Calvin.
Hey, Legion.
Hey,
Yeah,
Legion.
how about that woman's Rumble? Huh? I heard you might be $150 richer now.
Yo, holy, well done. Well done. Hey,
Retros
Charlie.
to the moon, Charlie. What's up? Hello, Mr. Fox. And yes, the woman's.
illustrious Mr. Fox.
Huh?
Illustrious Mr. Fox.
Oh, sorry. Yes. And yes, the woman's one blew the men's one away. Was there anything you wanted to say on the Rumble, Ruben? Because you were alluding to something beforehand. Or is that
No.
saving it for a future vlog?
No, I've got nothing to say. You? You got anything to say?
No, all I can say is I think I'm $150 richer too.
Damn, holy. Well, yeah.
So,
And every time I even say anything, I feel like I'm dissing them, which I'm not. It's more of a reflection on my current interest on what's going on, which is non-existent. So
Well, the
don't
thing
take
is-
it as me. Yeah,
the
don't
thing
take it as me complaining or hurling insults, because that's not what I'm doing here. It's just
everyone
showing-
is allowed an opinion. Just because you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you doesn't mean either of us are right or wrong. It's just an opinion.
My opinion is I don't watch it enough to be able to understand what's going on. I'd say, for the men's one at least half of the entries, I was trying to figure out whose entrance music it was, because they'd either changed it or
Yeah.
it was someone I'd never even heard of. So
Like
that's where it
Dolph Ziggler
begins.
and Rob
to
Roode?
me. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of those people. Otis, since when did he cut his hair and stuff? I didn't even know
Oh,
about
you're
that.
totally well behind there then, mate. Jeez.
Exactly. Yeah. So that's where I am. So don't take it as me complaining. Take it as me being so far behind the loop.
That's all good, Zachary. That's why the entry was only $5, because there's so much risk for reward. It just adds a little bit more fun to the whole show.
Right.
Who-
And it could be your year next year, assuming this happens
Yeah.
again. So
Whoever had number one for the men's rumble would have been a bit excited up until the end. AJ
Yeah,
went
oh, man.
quite deep.
man, yeah. AJ. Yeah, he did well. AJ.
I don't know who this is, Facebook user, but don't be too diplomatic. 2 part-time UFC champs win the rumbles, and who has come in the company in the past 5 years that wasn't just a cameo in the rumble. Yeah. That's
Cheers
what
for
it is.
that Facebook user. Cheers for that. Yeah.
I will say, That Johnny Knoxville one was so funny. I was just pissing myself laughing, probably more at his gear than anything else. But
And hats off to him because he actually got in there, took a few bumps, took some kicks to the head,
dude,
which actually looks
Archie's
legit.
board reached for the heavens.
Yeah, he did well.
I couldn't believe it. But yeah, I said to Ricardo, which is similar to the point you were making, like halfway through the Rumble, I was like, I have no idea who half these guys are because either the entrance music is so generic that I'm getting it mixed up with someone else, or they've only just come on the main roster because they keep changing things, so I don't know who's who.
Okay, so it's not just me then. Okay, that makes me feel a little bit better.
It's similar boat to you, though. I haven't watched very much WWE at all for like the last 6 months. So you see the odd highlight here and there, but it's only like Brock Lesnar as a lumberjack or something.
Fair enough. Well, on that subject, wherever Jan Fowles is at the moment,
Yeah,
I bet she's celebrating at the moment. She's probably gone out to the pub, shouting the whole bar, just over the moon about the results.
Mitchell, if you're watching, feel free to send me a message and we can get Jan on the show and she can tell us her thoughts about Brock Lesnar winning the Rumble.
Wouldn't that be a treat? Wouldn't that be a treat? I will say, on the thought of all the entrance themes, the one that was very pleasant of a surprise. I'm unfamiliar with Mickie James's Impact theme. I assume that's what she came out to there because it wasn't her regular theme.
Yes.
So at first I was confused, but I think in retrospect that was the one that was very pleasant and totally unexpected and game changing.
Yes.
Really was.
It was really cool to see on a WWE pay-per-view another company champion come in with the championship, their whole gimmick, and actually on the name bar thing, Impact Women's Champion Mickie James. Like, that's just nuts in WWE terms these days anyway.
Absolutely. Totally game changing. And do you know anything about her? I assume it's her Impact theme.
It's all her Impact stuff. That whole thing was literally copy and paste from Impact, which is cool.
It's amazing. Truly amazing.
Very. Right. Let's get into a bit of Figure Frenzy now. Let's get away from Afterburner. Let's get into Figure Frenzy. Jeez, haven't done an Afterburner for like 2 years, but anyway. Mighty 8. Don't forget to use the Mighty 8 referral code. If you are in the group, it's very easy to get a hold of. Go to the featured tab it is now. Facebook changes things every month. And we use that money to get a figure for a giveaway. Speaking of, Hulk Hogan has arrived. So the giveaway item from the last group order thingy with all the Mighty 8 referral code dollars, we've been able to get Hulk Hogan. Is it 91?
No way.
Is it
Really?
91?
Yeah.
91?
Yeah.
Yeah, 91 Hulk Hogan, free of charge.
Someone is winning an Elite Series 91 Hulk Hogan for free.
Yeah, all because they've just gone and copied the Mighty 8 referral link and search for something that costs you nothing extra. So definitely jump on it. We're actually very close to being able to do it again, which is surreal because it took like a year and a half last time.
Amazing. Truly amazing. Congratulations to whoever ends up winning that because that is quite some prize. Really is.
Yeah, so that'll be done sometime soon. Honestly, I'm not rushing on that right now. I've got a few things happening. But when it's done, you guys will know, and it'll be available to anyone that has read the pinned post. So make sure you've done that. And it's pretty easy to tell if you have read it or not. Look for your name. Last one for me on just catching people up on things, unless you have anything else, Ruben. Because I think this one should main event. Nothing.
When do I ever have any extra info?
Do you want to give one more plug to your Instagram?
Yeah. Hell yeah. At ABFigsNZ. You can see you can see my genuine reaction as it happened to the ending of that Men's Royal Rumble. It's on my story. That's full stop, end of story. That's the only place you can see it.
Cool. Awesome. All right, the last one from me, a bit of a more serious note here. For anyone that's been on social media today and follows the New Zealand wrestling scene, you would have seen that the hooligan Marcus Cole is out with injury. So what I've decided to do, there's not too many pins left, so just to kind of get rid of them and help him out at the same time, all the pins that get sold that are remaining of him, all the money will go directly to him. So jump on that. The $15 on the website right now. So steal and you're helping him out. So,
That's right. Such a steal. Yeah,
Cool.
help him.
and there's
Incredible
already been a
response.
couple sold today, so definitely jump on it because once they're gone, they're gone. I'm not ordering anymore. Like,
That's right. There's only 50 of them. So once you miss out, you miss out for life.
That's it. Speaking of for life, there's a couple more things that I did forget, even though I wanted that to be main event. But anyway, Hollywood Hulk Hogan available at Pop Guardian. They are confirming how many they have left for sure, but they definitely have 3. They are $80 each. If you need them, send them a message. Send Pop Guardian a message on Facebook. They're happy to do a pre-sale before they go on the website, or wait until Wednesday and they will be up on the website then. Hang on, Ruben, I'll bring you in so you can talk about something in a second, because it looks like you're wanting to talk about something. No? So yeah, the main reason we're plugging this, guys, we don't have any affiliate. Well, the show doesn't have any affiliation to Pop Guardian, but think about it this way: the amount of hassle he has gone through to keep this order alive for everybody, I think he deserves a quick plug on the show. Not saying anyone will buy anything from here, but he deserves the acknowledgement. He could have cancelled this a million times over, and left everyone out of pocket of the Hulk Hogan Ultimate. Some people cancelled, which is totally understandable. But for those that stuck it through, they're arriving or have arrived. I'm not sure which one it is. Ruben, you might know more. And there's going to be a couple left over. So definitely jump on them, because I think they're sold out on ringside now.
Oh, really? Oh, wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. And that's the part, exactly like to your point, that's the part that everybody doesn't see, is all the struggle behind the scenes to actually get these figures in. And for this to actually come in at all after, I can't even begin to imagine. So, yeah, truly Pop Guardian, absolute legend.
Yes.
Yeah, there's so much more to it that out of anybody's control. That's just the part about being a toy store in New Zealand. That's all there is to it. So yeah, think what you will, but yeah, it really is a miracle that we've got these in the end. And $80, considering ringside, that what they were charging for Hogan when he was in stock, it was quite a bit more than what they are going for at retail. So $80, steal.
Definitely. Speaking of steals, what's coming through Nicholas? Nicholas's can't get any more Elite 90. This is Elite 90, right? Yep. And then Elite 91 and 92. I'm not sure which is which, but I'll just show both while I talk about it. 91 and 92, there's limited of some things. Some things are sold out. Some things are very low in quantity. So if you want any, get in touch with him ASAP. Right. I think there was a comment here which probably works very well for you right now. Well, get in touch with Pop Guardian. Really? I think a lot of people saw Brock coming, especially after he lost the title. But anyway, we're past all that chat now. Let's get on to the news.
Good to see you, though. Wrestling with Figs Pod. Thanks for coming along. Anyway.
Definitely. Right, so this is 93?
Yeah. Oh, yes. Oh,
93. Yes. So the images dropped yesterday. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat regular. This is the regular, right?
Yes.
And then the Chase variant. Pretty much just yellow or white. Don't know the difference between the two. Personally, Ruben, do you? What's the difference between the attires?
There's certain significance they're WCW tires. Unfortunately, I'm not the person to ask. But I know what I can say is they both look freaking awesome.
Yes. Cesaro from WrestleMania that's just been. Kratos, Karrion Kross. Raquel Gonzalez.
Sweet.
Very, very cool. Seth Rollins. Was this also from that WrestleMania match? Actually remember. It might be.
I think so. It would make sense.
We'll do this one on that one, eh? Don't know. And 2-1 T-Bar, you can either get when he was in Retribution or when he was out of Retribution but still being Retribution.
Didn't actually realize he came with those open elbow pads. That's quite cool.
Yes.
Even figures like AJ Styles haven't been able to get those, so they're
Mm.
very rare. For fodder
And-
parts alone, that would be a good score.
Definitely. And then an overview of what was in that series. Right. Quickly go through basics. We have The Miz / Greg Hamilton. Noam Dar. you didn't see that anywhere?
I did not. That's why I'm getting such a kick out of it, because it's man, you could put Greg Hamilton's face on the packaging and you'd totally buy it.
Yeah. The funny thing is, though, you look at that head, and I actually think it's a really good sculpt of The Miz. But
It is.
from
It is.
far out, you can definitely see Greg Hamilton as well.
The hairstyle and everything is spot
Yeah.
on. It's amazing. Amazing.
Noam Dar, Dominic Mysterio,
Ooh, nice.
Roman Reigns regular, Roman Reigns Chase, Carmella, and the overview. Don't have to say much about the basics.
It's not the worst basic set. They've had a lot
No.
worse. I'll say that they've done well with this one, considering.
I'm actually a fan of this figure just because it's not a black t-shirt for once, you know?
That's right, and they actually used the t-shirt mold for the torso, unlike a certain Edge figure from about a year
His
ago.
first ever figure, Noam Dar.
Of course, nice.
So, you know, there's a few good things in that, you know, the 2-in-1 Miz and Greg Hamilton.
It is brilliant.
So,
It is so
there's a few good things. It's definitely, like you said, it's not the worst basic line. It could be
right.
a lot worse.
Yeah, for sure.
Ultimate 12 images dropped of no, not 12. Fuck, I don't know why I said 12. Ultimate of Fiend and Alexa have dropped, which is also actually available for Nicholas. So if you want that, get on that quickly. And these have actually already come out. The images dropped like yesterday or the day before, and they're already in people's hands. Insane. Sorry, what were you going to say before I cut you off when you started to eat?
I'm just saying, don't sleep on Nicholas making these available, because they do sell out very quick. I've seen a lot of people miss out, unfortunately, just because of how high in demand these are. So do not even don't even debate it. Just go for it.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
you miss out.
And the other thing I will say while we're talking about that is the orders need to have a certain amount of orders in each order, if that makes sense. So, you know, if you miss out on this order and you're the only one that wants something, chances are he's not going to be able to get it. So, in order to keep prices at a good price that's worthwhile for everybody, not that he's making any money off of it, but worthwhile for you as the end consumer, you need to jump in when he puts up these original posts, because otherwise he'll get it for you, but it'll cost you a lot more, or you'll miss out. It'll be one of the two. Anything you need to say on these? Anything?
I'm probably just going to keep my mouth shut for these. I don't want to ruin anyone's opinion on them if they actually are excited. I don't want to damper their. I don't want to rain on their parade, I should say. So.
Fair enough. Well, I'm going to say one thing quickly and say that head sculpt for the Fiend looks very funny, in my opinion. It looks like a comic. Remember that comic book Loki I showed you from the Marvel Legends?
I don't remember a lot of things.
The green and yellow figure from the Marvel Legends, and I showed you the real person, and I showed you the comic book version, and you laughed. I'm going to show you the photo after, and you'll look back on this, and you'll see exactly what I mean. This reminds me of a comic book version of the Fiend. Anyone who's watching, feel free to look up what I'm talking about. Marvel Legends comic book Loki. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Fair enough.
All right, this one caught everyone off guard. Jazzware's answer to the Ultimates, I guess. Have you not seen this, Ruben?
I've not seen it properly. No.
Right. Well, I have my notes here.
Good thing someone's professional.
Britt
Actually,
Baker.
speaking of, I've forgotten about this the whole time.
Okay.
Aha, see that?
Someone
here is slightly less unprofessional than usual.
Talk about it. Let me try to find some extra pointers about this. You talk about it.
About how less unprofessional I am this episode compared to usual. Ignoring the fact that I still have to adjust my light because I've not prepared properly.
I can't find the message. Talk about you being D Freedom. I think we're gonna have to call Nicholas the D Freedom from here on out. He actually figured out what this attire is from and what it's going to end up looking like, just based off that image. What a psycho!
That's brilliant. That is really brilliant. I've never deserved that moniker. I really never have. So if anyone is deserving of it, it's Nicholas. Really is.
But from the looks of this image, you're going to have the vest and then removable arms would be my guess, because it's meant to have the long sleeves, whereas that image doesn't actually have long sleeves, which would be very interesting. And then Cody, removable legs by the looks of it. If you look at the left-hand side of the packaging.
Yo, holy, that is something.
But
I
was going to say, you do know, but you don't, because you're a mint on card collector. You can take the legs off anyway. You can separate the waist. I think I showed you while you were here. You can separate the waist from the leg or the crotch face. Yeah.
Right.
So it's nothing new, but it's actually cool that they're including that in the packaging.
1,000,000%. That's, finding every single possible way to up everyone's game and include something that's never been included on a wrestling action figure before. Interchange, like 2 sets of legs to interchange with 2 different attires. I've never seen that. You've seen cloth pants to go over something before.
Yeah.
And that makes it a 2-in-1, but a 2-in-1 wrestling attire with completely different gears, that is brand new. So that's huge.
They are, but at least they're packaged nicely. Like, those look very nice, mint on card, Mr. Facebook user.
Facebook user does have a point, though.
The text says interchangeable arms and legs up top. I can see that now, but on our screen, I don't know if it's the same on Ruben's screen. We've got things across there, so I can't actually see that on here.
Okay. Oh, no, that's great. I didn't actually see that. Brilliant.
Okay, so if we tuck it back to Brett, does it say that there? No, it zoomed in too far.
No.
That's okay.
That's fantastic news. Fantastic. Not for our wallets. For our wallets, it's the worst news we could have possibly received. But everything else, very exciting.
And then we have the Sting wrestling buddy image. I thought you were going to do the "It's Sting!"
It's showtime! Woo!
So yeah, going on similar to what Alice was talking about before, but with the Jazzwares versions, we have the wrestling buddies. This one is a Walmart or a Target exclusive. I can't remember off the top of my head. But Jazzwares taking up a lot of space in the stores at the moment. It's crazy to see.
They're doing so well, considering they've had 1 full year in business with the AEW, and they've already made so much leeway. It's remarkable. And so you see what they're making possible. Stuff that other companies wouldn't have even considered. Ooh. And they're going for it.
I have some breaking news that it's still a prototype that I've seen that hasn't been announced yet. Do we talk about it on here, or do I tell you after?
You've seen it now. You can't let everyone down. I want to see it now.
Okay, so I'm not showing images because we've made that decision that we're not showing leaked things like that. But there is a -1 action figure coming out. I'm not saying where I've seen it or nothing, but there's been a prototype that surfaced. Insane.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. It's crazy. I forgot all about that, actually. I was meant to talk to you before the show to see if we would want to talk about that. But, yeah, breaking news. Who would have thought Figure Frenzy would have it first?
So this is, you've heard it here first. Is it one of those instances?
Yes.
I'll put down my knife and fork for that one. Holy.
Ruben's going to clip this and go, I was involved in a world preview or something.
Oh, yes. Oh,
yeah. It looks really good too, actually. Oh, you're on your phone, aren't you? Is your laptop? Oh, is your computer turned on? Turn your computer on. I'm going to send you this image.
Yes.
Or try to. In the meantime, while I do that, I need you to do your best thing and waffle about something.
I didn't want to. Oh, I'm cringing just at the thought of it. The only opinion I have for anything that's been revealed lately is not a very kind one, and it's regarding Ultimate Series 12. Do I even talk about that and ruin people's excitement?
Yeah,
or do I
well,
just
which
go
do you
for it?
want? Oh, you want Alexa, don't you? There you go.
Technically, both of them. I'll start off by saying, where's the what do you call that
Butterflies?
joint? Yeah, where's the butterfly joints? They were doing so well. They were doing so well with putting up the butterfly joints. Where are they? Both of the figures. Don't see butterfly joints anywhere.
To be
This-
fair, I will give them a little bit of credit with Fiend. It may be under his molded on piece.
No, that's not a big
think?
molded on piece. That's a straight torso. You can see the articulation there for the torso.
I
They
take
could have
back
added
their
it.
fairness.
If these came out a year ago, before they implemented butterfly joints for everything, we would have
Yes.
overlooked it and not cared. But they've made a huge point in implementing this for all the ultimates going forward. So why are both of these missing them? If you've not had an Ultimate Fiend before, this is great for you. But for those who have the original, butterfly joints would have been a great way to interest the collectors who already have the first one and make us want the second one. Because visually, I think it's great. This was his last match, right? This was his WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
Technically, it's pretty historic. So in that sense, it's great. But if you have the original, it does look very similar to that. So,
Yes.
yeah, my 2
All right,
cents
and then
anyway.
quickly bury the Alexa.
Well, same thing. There's the butterfly joints. This is just my opinion. I've never been a fan of any of the Alexa Bliss figures because the body is AJ Lee's body, and they credit where it's due. They did sculpt all the top and everything over top of it, but that's
Yeah.
AJ Lee's body. They
Yeah.
don't have the same physique, those two. They
Sure.
definitely do not. Yeah. Again, this is just me. I still do have that nitpicky side of me, and it comes out every now and then.
Just to break up your waffle. Is your computer turned on yet?
Oh, yeah, it's been turned on this whole time.
I'm trying to not ruin your reputation too much here, just enough so that I had time to get the image sent to you.
Yeah. But anyways, that's my thoughts. What are your
Sure.
thoughts? What do you think of first Royal Rumble, and what do you think about all these reveals today? Because we would love.
Hey, the thing
your
is,
opinion.
like we said earlier, everyone's got their own opinion on things. I hate the fact that his nose is so pointed, but people might like that. And it might actually be accurate if you go back and look at the match. I don't remember. But
It was a different mask, but
yeah, just
Can't
on
remember.
first looks, I'm looking at it going, oh, that looks a bit funky.
right. Yeah, but please, if anyone has a positive spin to put on these figures, we'd love it
Good.
because
Look at the image.
at
Look
the
at the
moment,
image.
I'm struggling.
It's -1.
That's undoubtedly -1. Who else could that be?
Looks very good, eh? And the good thing is, I guess now, because we all know that Marco Stunt ain't going to be a thing, we can now make Marco Stunt figures for Jurassic Express.
What happened with him?
Oh, he's probably going to get released in the next 30, 60 days when his contract runs out.
Why?
Well, has he been on AEW for the last, 3-6 months? No.
I don't
Christian
know.
took his role.
I don't know.
Christian took his role as the manager.
Right. Okay. Oh.
But yeah.
If I don't know if you can see the reflection of my eyeball, and you can see the
Get out
picture.
some glasses
But
or something, eh?
Get all the glimpse you can. See if you can see anything from my eyeball reflection. That's
What do you
all
reckon?
you'll
Do
be
you
able
reckon
to see.
Derek would be able to post that in the group?
That's all. That's up to you.
I'll have to talk
Don't
to the
know.
person who showed me, and then I'll see what we can do.
Right. We'll do everything in our power to get legal permission to show this. Otherwise,
Don't say legal permission, Jesus. He said
permission.
it. He said it, not me. If anything falls back, it's on him. He said the word. He said the legal word.
we're just trying to make us not look like bad cops and like we're holding anything back here, but we don't want. The last thing we want is to get in trouble, and the show gets shut down. So that's
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Before
Right.
we get shut down by people that are watching because of all the waffling, let's carry on. Heels and Faces, Raven, sculpted figure. Looks very, very nice.
that's cool.
Heels and Faces again. Nick Gage painted heads. Very, very nice.
Yo.
Actually.
Oh my.
Yeah,
That's
they look
cool.
really nice.
Mm.
So yeah, those both Heels and Faces. Moving on to Chella Toys, sorry. We have Axe. That's a Wrestling Trader exclusive, I believe. You can't have Axe without Smash. Same
That's
thing.
huge. They haven't had figures since the original Legends line back in 2010
Yeah,
because of legal
crazy.
issues. Talking about legal stuff. So the fact they're getting figures here, that's massive.
Oh
It's really
yes,
massive.
and just I mean, Chella. Not too much waffle, but Chella's done a really good job of of actually making the figure look like what they've drawn up. So if they keep that same thing going forward with these are going to be insanely good figures. I know what people are saying with the whole, well, they're not Hasbro's. It's like, well, yeah, I know they're not Hasbro's. The Chella Toys. There's going to be
Exactly.
differences.
In the name, Chella Toys.
So I have no idea who this guy is, but Adrian Street, we'll put him on here anyway.
I wish I had something to add to it. I don't. I don't.
If anyone
Looks
knows,
interesting,
let us know, please. It looks cool.
It
Looks
does.
very
It does look cool.
And then moving on to the bone crunching actions from Chella, we have the Blue Meanie. There's actually a FWF promo code for anyone that is wanting them and wants to save 10%.
Wow. It is so cool. It is so cool.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm not a BCA collector, but that looks exactly like him. Like, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
exactly. I don't click those either. It's not my style. But seeing how well they've been able to match it with that
Yeah.
set, the thing about how many collectors are going to love this. That's
That
huge.
looks amazing. And the one thing I liked is there was a color issue with the logo, and they fixed it straight away. They're like, oh, yeah, my bad. We'll fix it.
Brilliant. Even
And they
the
could have just
packaging.
gone, who cares? Let's just do a variant maybe later on.
No, I love it. Yeah, everything down to the packaging. Amazing homage to the original line. So cool. It's so exciting moving forward, getting all these more obscure characters that never got figures initially.
Yeah. Super 7 Andre the Giant. Keeping making the most of their license, I guess, while they have it. Totally get that. It wouldn't have been a cheap license to acquire.
1,000,000%. Yeah. Andre, probably one of the greatest sellers of all time with any merchandise. So
yes.
Everything.
Definitely. Junk Shop Dog Safubi line. Dynamite Kit. Very cool. And then there's a Chase and regular version. I don't know if Brett's watching or not. I can't confirm if these are out yet or if this was just the packaging mock-up. I don't think these are out just yet, but packaging mock-ups up, so they can't be too far.
Whenever Brett posts them in the group, they're out.
Or maybe Alex, because Alex is up at like everyone should be asleep o'clock.
Oh man. Damn.
And then we have something a bit different from Valaverse. We have the Sergeant Slaughter Action Force Series 1. These are kind of new line based off of G.I. Joe, but it's like their take on G.I. Joe, so you won't see actual characters except for the Sergeant Slaughter. It's cool though. It's cool.
It is. You've got a lot of articulation by the looks of it, which is a big plus.
Yes. All right. And guess what?
What?
That's the news. All right. Right. So our topic for tonight is let's just have a chat. Guys, what's been happening? Like, what's been happening in the figure world?
What's
is there anything you guys specifically want to talk about? Ruben, did you bring your topic or did you forget?
I do have a figure topic.
Ooh.
Would you like me to bring it in?
Go on. Let's get this party
Talking
started.
about how amazing a certain 2-pack that was exclusive to WWE shop. We're going to talk about it a little bit. This is Matt and Jeff Hardy here. Look at that. Matt Hardy from the Ruthless Aggression era. Common attire. Jeff Hardy. How can you go wrong with Jeff? Both
I
of them
can't tell if you're
gone.
being
From,
sarcastic or not.
you told me to come up with something with 10 minutes before the show, and this is what I came up with. So this is brilliant. And I feel really bad for any collectors who missed out on the initial order, even though it was up for years on WWE Shop. I pity you.
I wonder who that was.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in this live stream here actually did that, but if they did,
Don't know who that would have been.
no more words for that.
Oh, jeez, you're full of it tonight, mate. Oh god. Nah, it is a cool pack though. Does it? Serious question, because I haven't actually looked at it properly. Does it come with accessories or anything, or is it just the 2 figures?
Matt Hardy comes with elbow pads, if that counts.
So just the 2 figures.
Just the 2 figures here, and the amazing nostalgic for me anyway. This is my definition of nostalgia: the original WWE Mattel packaging.
Oh, those are the hands down the best packaging for WWE Elite figures, in my opinion.
Absolutely beautiful, yes, incredible. Top that, Matt. Top
So
that.
is that your topic done then, Ruben?
That is my topic done. Thank you, mate.
All right. Well, if you think of another topic by chance, feel free to talk about it.
All right, I'll start looking around.
You are a worry sometimes. Right. So I have an actual topic that actually brings some discussion here. And hopefully it brings not just between you and me, but also the viewers. Now,
Brilliant.
you have to discuss this with me, Ruben, because I'm curious on your points. Jazzwares versus Mattel. Why does Jazzwares get away with things that Mattel otherwise wouldn't? Meaning, for example, the Sammy Guevara signs. Simple mistake. Mattel's done simple mistakes like that too. However, with AEW, it was just, okay, that sucks. We'll just have the hit me up signs and write our own signs. And then, what was it, maybe 6 months later, we got the variation, but we had to go buy them. We couldn't just email them and say, hey, this is the signs. Can we get the updated signs? We had to go buy another $40 figure in our case and $22 figure in the States case. Whereas if Mattel did that, we all know the shitstorm that would have come. Right?
Think about that. Yeah, Kane. They offered a replacement, yet it's still not exactly.
Oh, I'll be one of the first ones to admit. I bitched like I was gonna die.
Well, that's your hard-earned money at the end of the day.
Yeah. And so my question is, why does Jazzwares get away with it and Mattel not so much?
Well, to give you a proper answer, I'd probably have to go away and think about it for a couple of years. Knowing me,
Let me come back to you in 20 working days.
Sounds good. No. My immediate thought is Jazzwares. Oh no, we'll start off Mattel. Mm-hmm. This is just my opinion, of course. Mm-hmm. My opinion, which you don't hear very often, apparently. Mattel have been around for a good 12 years now, actually. Shoot. Yeah, they've been around so long. We've all gotten used to it. I guess in other people's point of view, they've had plenty of time to fine-tune their product to where you wouldn't think there would be any reason for issues, I guess. With Jazzwares, there's similarities with actually the actual wrestling companies, WWE and AEW. AEW Jazzwares is the brand new, fresh, alternative product that has just burst onto the market over the last couple years, and people want to give them a chance. I guess they're the shot. This is actually such a literal cliche term. It's the brand new shiny toy that we get to play with, and there's so much excitement and hype behind them.
But then, okay, so the argument to that then is, you said Mattel's been around for 12 years? Did you say something like that?
Right.
Jeremy Padawa's been around a lot longer, and he's the one leading this ship. So he should have things sorted like the signs, like the scale, the constant repeats. And I'll give them a chance with the repeats because I understand he publicly said it was an issue to do with COVID. They didn't scan enough guys before they were locked out. But the scaling I mean, he had those issues in Jax. How has he not figured that out by now?
It's very true, actually. Something I'm critical towards Mattel about is the current stars sometimes being out of scale. And
Yeah,
that's true. The same
I
thing
get
you
it.
said.
I get it. There's going to be times when, for example, we'll use Moxie as an example. Moxie beforehand was bigger. Moxie now is a lot skinnier. His next few figures might not be skinny because it's too soon. But, if in 2 years' time he's still got the same body mold, but it's depicting today, it doesn't make sense, right? But then if this was Mattel, they'd be shed on the first instance.
That's a very good point, actually. It's totally true. And you see it in a lot of instances with characters keeping the same torso throughout the entire line. But it's a very good point. My only answer to that is, what I said. They are the shiny new toy, and there's so much hype behind them still. That's all really I think.
It's interesting, it's like a whole double standard thing in the collecting community, and it's like I get it. I mean, I'll be the first one to put my hand up and say I personally think the quality of a figure from Jazzwares is currently better than Mattel. Perfect example of that would be the Scarlet that I got the other day. I don't think I sent you photos. The headband melted off in like 5 minutes after being out of the package.
So is it not supposed to come off?
No, and the shoulder spike things that are everywhere. The shoulder one actually melted up. Like it's come up, so it's not like that. Instead of sitting like that, it's like that. So it's like quality control of Mattel definitely needs to get better. But if we're just talking about silly things like the signs or the scaling, I think there's a real argument for why people are so nitpicky on Mattel than Jazzwares.
It's a good point because there are a lot of similarities between the two. I guess maybe there's a lot of different factors. There's so many things in between the design process and actually the finished product that is, with both companies, I guess it's just the process of making an action figure. Yet, to your point, one company is definitely criticized a lot more harshly than the other one currently.
And I guess that might come back to your point of Mattel's been doing this for 12 years, even though, Jeremy's been doing it a lot longer than 12 years. It's Jazzwares doing it now, which is a newer company. So
that's right. Yeah. It's completely starting from scratch. Whereas Jax, he had a completely, how could you say it? Like the machine was well oiled running at that point. He was well in control of that. Whereas Jazzwares, they are still new. They're still figuring out all these kinks that they've got to smoothen out. They are only less than 2 years old, this action figure line. So, Mattel, their first few lines weren't exactly smooth.
Hey, look at Series 1. Jeff Hardy had to get cut straight away.
Right, yeah, exactly, right off the bat there. And you compare the figures then to now, they have made huge improvements. That's just the whole process of anything in life. Anything you start is never as good as what it will become.
Fully.
It starts always rough compared to what you hope. So, and Jazzwares are still in that process now. They're not even in their second year yet.
So at what point would you expect people to start looking at Jazzwares with the same eyes they're looking at with Mattel then? And then, you know what I mean, right? Like at what point?
That is a tricky one.
Because you think 2 years in, especially we're at Series 9 for Unrivaled and Series 3 for Unmatched. So that's the 12 sets of figures that they've put out now.
It's true. That is true. For me personally, and it could be different for other people, but I recently started to, I was kind of forced into it because of my lack of space, because of the way I choose to collect. I had to cut down on certain things. So then I had no choice but to start to be critical on things like scaling issues, likenesses. So over the last few weeks, if you've seen in the Facebook group, the Wrestling Collectibles New Zealand Facebook group, I sold 14 of my Unrivaled figures just like that, which I think a good 7 of them I'd only just received in the mail the day before, and I've already gotten rid of them. It wasn't really by choice, because in order to fit them all on display, I have to get picky. So I've already kind of started that process. But for everyone else who may be loose collectors, who aren't really forced into a corner yet. I guess, yeah. It's not really like that with Mattel. They've put out 12 years worth of figures. So then, yeah, that's 12 years worth of product compared to 2. You have to be more critical to, because you got like 42 Roman Reigns figures to choose from.
Yeah.
You don't want 40, unless if you're a completist, you don't want 42 Roman Reigns figures on your shelf. You have to be picky. Jazzwares, they're slowly getting there. They've got a couple Moxleys and whatnot, but they've still got a long way to go. I think that's something that will happen over time. My personal opinion. We'll see.
So Jazzwares do have Mattel to look at as a template and not repeat the same mistakes. But that's what I'm saying, Carl. Like, they are kind of repeating.
That's Carl.
Yes, we figured it out. They
Greetings,
are
Carl.
kind of, unless we got a new Facebook user now, but the last I knew that Facebook user was Carl. But like, yeah, they kind of are repeating the same mistakes. Like,
yeah, I guess
you did it right at the beginning. Sammy signs, Kane arm. They're both stupid, silly mistakes.
And that's the funny thing, because where Jazzwares were able to control it, they kind of did expand on what Mattel already created, and they added the articulation to the torso, which is pretty revolutionary in itself, the way things pop apart, the double jointed arms for all of their figures, that was brand new. There was a lot of innovation there for beginners, but there are the same like quality issues that stem from the factory. It seems to be all factory issues. Actually, nah, there are still scaling issues and stuff. So I guess, yeah.
They still haven't fixed Moxley after, I think he's got like 7 figures now, 6 figures.
True. Yeah, I get. Yeah, but for some of that,
then on the flip side, they fixed Dustin on his next release.
Yes, which is why I've sold my other one, which that series 2, so iconic. So I was so sad to let it go in that regard. But yes, we are getting a more accurate one coming up, which is fantastic. Hopefully, Pop Guardian can get it though. Fingers crossed for them. Fingers crossed. Yeah. What about you? I feel like I've waffled enough here.
No, I mean, this here sums it up for me. Like, Jazzwares should be held to the same standard to Mattel now. To be honest, the kinks from the initial waves have, or at least should, have been smoothed out.
Good point. Very fair point there, Carl, I'm assuming.
Well, apparently, I've just got another Facebook user here saying last 2 comments ain't Carl. So we've got 2 Facebook users here now that we don't know who's who.
Okay. Well, whoever that was. Fair enough. Yeah. Anyone else got their 2 cents? Like, we're just 2 people.
Please let us know. We're waffling until someone else jumps in. It's meant to be a discussion here, guys, not just a chat between me and Ruben.
Yeah. Yeah, we're not stating fact. We're just stating what we think. So, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know.
While we wait for someone else to jump in, I mean, if you look at that -1, that doesn't even really look like it's going to be in scale. If you look at the person's arm that he's next to.
Ooh, who is next to him though?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna go out on a whim and say that would be John Silver. Do you know who that is?
Yeah. He's not exactly known for his height.
No, but he's definitely taller than -1.
Time will tell. Time will tell. Yes, scaling.
Just trying to do a little bit of a breather here to see if someone comments.
That is such a deep question, and I guess what I was saying at the start, you really do need a lot of time to think about it properly. There are probably lots of reasons why things are the way they are, and a lot of it to do with things just getting muddled up in the massive process that is creating a global action figure, mass-produced action figure.
Do you understand why I said that it'll be really interesting with my topic to see your thoughts now?
Absolutely.
So, full disclosure, guys, Ruben didn't tell me what his topic was. I didn't tell Ruben what my topic was. So I had no idea how to answer his amazing question, and he had no idea how to answer my amazing question.
We're even then. We're even.
Moxley is a prime example. It should have been fixed like Dustin. Yeah, it should have.
True. That is very true.
By now, anyway.
You were saying the scale for the new ones could be different. Has that been debunked already?
I think that's been debunked. I think it was just the way the photos were taken. Jesus, my English is amazing. Yeah, Hangman massive feet from series 2, but they fixed that in series 3 or 4, didn't they?
But then they also made him way taller, which made him more
Right.
inaccurate. So there's
So now you need to do a mishmash between the two.
yeah, so that's the thing. Me personally, I settled. I think I like the look of the Series 5 more, but knowing, in comparison to the rest, the size alone made me opt for Series 2, even though he has the massive feet. So it's very tricky. So,
well, you're not going to see the feet in the packaging, right?
yeah, not front on anyway. So it's the lesser of two evils, I guess.
That's Dion.
Dion, has he seen this picture?
Yes, I had to send it to the king. You have to report to the king when things come through, remember? The king cannot.
Of
not
course,
know.
anything to do with AEW. Right. Okay.
So yeah, Dion is the
I don't
one
think it
person
is.
that can actually talk with us about it.
Again, I'm not the king, so feel free to object. But I don't actually think that is the Orange Cassidy torso. I think it's. I think it might be. It's similar, but it's definitely squashed down and
they may have like grabbed his torso file and gone because those arms are definitely too skinny to even be Orange Cassidy body. And not saying they can't switch them all out, but on an Orange Cassidy body, those arms would be very, very tiny. That's
just imagining if this figure comes out in the end, the fodder that this could potentially provide for other personas in wrestling that have been presented as kids.
Dominic?
If that Dominic Build-A-Figure never ends up coming out, then...
Or is garbage, because unfortunately those Build-A-Figures are a bit more basic articulation than Elite.
True that. Very true. Man, for that alone, it's great. It is great.
Like I said, Marco stunt, we ain't going to get one otherwise, I don't think. So that'll be nice. Because you need to have him with Jurassic Express. I don't care if he was only there for like the first 3 months.
You can't not have.
No.
Nah.
So after that topic, Ruben, do you have another topic by chance? Or does anyone else in the comments have a topic that they'd like to discuss quickly before we sign out for the quickest show in history?
That is brilliant. We've been striving to make one of our shows the quickest show ever.
Well, it's currently in an hour and 2 minutes or 3 minutes. So
I guess what I can show, the pickups thing isn't really a big part of our show anymore, but it does relate to what we just talked about. Oh, where are we? Jeez. I can't flip my camera here, so this is the best we can do. Oh, you can see my flashlight there, which is...
you might need to turn that off so people can actually see.
That's true, actually. That is true. It's too professional for the segment.
Yeah,
I mean, if you
were a real professional, you'd turn the light so it was looking at the figures.
Oh well, you can see it there. Ignoring the Derby there from Series 3, these are the only 5 that I've kept from Series 4 and 5. It's been so tough to narrow it down, but yeah, based on what is coming out in the future that hopefully New Zealand will have access to, and it's just things that I don't think are...
your favorite Derby?
Mine actually has QC issues, funny enough, on the topic of that. So when a new Derby comes out in New Zealand, I will be replacing this.
What's wrong with it?
The face printing is very similar to the Mattel True Effects, where it can be off-centered a lot. So his eyes and mouth and everything have been printed too low.
Oh man,
it's not massive, but for someone like me, you can't unsee it once you've seen it.
Well, when you decide to get rid of him, let me know because I need his jacket. Remember?
That's right, for that thing. For that thing
that's been shown, so it doesn't have to be a thing anymore. Remember?
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. All right. But no. That's all I have. I actually had some pickups this month, so that is very rare.
Nice. Shoot, I have a lot of pickups, but I didn't bring any of them in. And I can't be bothered, so I'll try and talk about them just quickly, if I can actually remember. Oh, we got the RVD from Nicholas Austin Theory from Nicholas. I got a 1 out of 100 Matt Cardona relic. That was quite a shock. It's quite a shock.
I've got something rarer than that.
Go on.
1 of 1 bone double relic.
Is it really rare though? I'd love
There's
to see the
one.
value. I'd love to see the value comparison. I think that would determine it.
What do you mean? Surely this is worth.
Someone's gonna like
Something?
figure out what I sell it for one day and just pay $1 more.
I don't know what you're talking about. This is got to be worth moonbeams, right? Right. Right.
What'd you say, moon?
Moonbeams, right?
I've never heard that in my life. All right. So before we end the show, because we're just going to keep waffling, Ruben, on the spot, do we get some help with the name that we are struggling to come up with for that project we've been working on?
1,000,000%. We are only 2 people. We're usually
You
in big
talk about
corporations. You need an entire team you need an entire creative team to come up with something that 2 of us who aren't really considered creative geniuses in any
Hey, talk for
usually
yourself.
make imagination. Oh yeah, speak for myself. Yeah, Matt is, but I'm not. So we're struggling with a name here. Of how do we say it without saying too much, Matt?
Oh, we could just say it. Oh, who cares? We're at that point now, right? We just can't show the files yet.
Right.
Unless
Okay,
you
well,
want to hold on. Up to you. Oh, I guess we can't not tell people now.
Yeah.
Kinda...
You said it now, eh? You said it now.
Yeah.
We got to say it.
I
Heads.
love putting you on the spot. And so...
What does everybody want? What does everybody need? Do I show the picture or not? Even better. Even better. Holy, you've
Keep in
seen
mind,
it.
these are the first ones. These aren't the new ones.
You've seen it here first. We're not officially announcing it anywhere else in the meantime. It's a sneak preview. But we are bringing these out for you lot. I think any wrestling fan will know who these people are. And there'll be many more if these ones go down well. So hope you enjoy.
And so pretty much the gist of it is that like I print way too many wrestling heads for customs for myself. And so rather than just keep them for myself, we're going to make them accessible for people who want them. We've already got a few people overseas wanting that Matt Cardona head that I used for the Deathmatch King thing.
Which Matt Cardona head?
Oh, whichever one you want, mate. I don't have pictures on me or the actual.
So you're
files.
saying there might be more than one Matt Cardona head?
I can go get him if you really want.
You said it now. We can't. We can't not show it now that we've seen
All right,
it.
well, you got to waffle for a second because I got to go the long way.
Blah 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 blah. Heads. Yes. So we are trying to come up with a proper name that we can present these under. Yeah, it's a little bit of a struggle, at least for me. Matt's a creative genius, whereas I am not. So we need your help. Basically, any good names that you think. Ideally, it would be nice to have head in the title somewhere, so people know what they are getting themselves into. But other than that, we are still struggling at the moment. But if you have any interest in any heads that aren't available in any officially released figures, there's a chance that we will be able to make them happen. That's the whole idea of this, is bringing forward to you lot stuff that isn't available officially. So, we don't know.
So here's a better look at the Benoit.
Custom hand painted from the man himself.
Jeez, it's not that great. Don't big it up that much.
You can
we have
tell who it is.
the young. So what did you explain while I was gone?
Lots of stuff.
Did you explain what we need help with?
Yes.
Okay.
Shoot. Damn. Damn.
And then, as you can see, it actually is scaled to fit the Mattel Macho Man glasses,
Yo.
which is cool.
Very cool. Very
And
cool.
then the one that's kind of been the money shot for as of late is the title fell off somewhere. I'll have to find that soon. The Deathmatch King himself. So yeah, those will all be available, and like the intention of it initially was just to get them for myself because I always wanted to do the custom, but I mean it's like they're too good to not share, if that makes sense. I don't like talking about stuff like that publicly, that they're too good, but I mean we know the process that we've taken.
Yeah, we've got an incredible member of the team who makes these possible and brings forward such fantastic likenesses and quality.
Yes.
We
And
can't not.
the cool thing is, did you mention who's painting them?
I did not. Who's
So
painting?
we've also got Trent on board to help us with painting because I don't have enough time in the day to print and then cure and then prime and then paint. So I'll do everything there but the paint, and then Trent will do the painting for you guys. So
And
it's
why
cool.
is Trent doing the painting? Because he is an expert. He is well versed in the painting world for all sorts of miniature items. So you can rest assured that no details will be left off of these. He is the man for the job. He is incredible at what he does.
Shall we list off the names that you've come up with first, Ruben, so we don't get people saying the same ones? Just so that people don't.
Brainstorms. It takes 100 bad ideas to come up with one good one, all right?
I agree.
So don't jump
I
to
agree.
conclusions.
I agree. Let me
All
quickly
right.
find it, and then we're signing off the show. Where is it? Was it before or after that Angel Gaza? Oh, here we go. All right, so we have head start, get ahead, head or miss, head strong, heads up, heads gate, and head hound. But like Ruben said, you gotta come up with some bad ones to get one good one. I do like the get ahead customs, though. I think that could be funny. And then just because Ruben's involved, I thought we should go maybe OCD heads or psychotic heads.
I'm all about accuracy, so that name would be incredibly accurate.
Oh god. But yes.
Any names that you've come up with, Matt, that you can add?
Nope. Not at all.
You came up with something. You definitely came up with at least one. Let me.
Yeah, those were the ones I just told you then. That was
You came up with something else.
Elite heads, imaginable customs,
Psychotic.
psychotic heads, OCD heads. Yeah, that's it. So you can see we have really bad names, so don't be ashamed of any names you guys come up with. Message either of us or both of us. We need the names because ours are horrible. Although I do kind of still vibe with that one that I was giving you heaps of shit about. It could work. But on that note, we'll see you guys next month for episode 18, which we don't have any idea of what that is yet because it's the beginning of the year. We're slack at the beginning of the year.
You're saying that we are unprofessional?
No, we're very professional. We'll have it sorted. It's just not sorted yet.
Yeah. Great way to put it. Great way to put it.
I'm Matt. That was Ruben. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you for coming along. Thanks for.
Get 'em all, I gotta get 'em all. 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 wrestling collectibles, NZ competition tried, but now they on their deathbed. They just can't do it like this. And boss things like big boss man with the nightsticks. Got them basics, them elites, got them retros, LJNs, them Galoos, and them Hasbros. What you want, new or old, you can get them here. Common finds or obscure stuff that's really rare. I gotta get all of the figures I grew up with. Back when Taker put Yoko in the casket. Need all my favorites, mint on card. Our community make sure that it isn't hard. Catch us at our locals, scoping what they got. I gotta scoop the latest figs before they get too hot. So I'ma watch my biggest stacks get taller. That ain't a prediction, that's a spoiler. Get 'em all, I gotta get 'em all. Get 'em all, get 'em all. I gotta get 'em all. Get 'em all, get 'em all. I gotta get 'em all. And once I got 'em all, then I gotta get some more. Get some more, get 'em all. I gotta get 'em all. Get 'em all, get 'em all. I gotta get 'em all. Get 'em all, get 'em all. I gotta get 'em all. And once I got 'em all, then I gotta get some more. Get some more. It's a figure frenzy on the off the burner. My member interview on YouTube, something you should turn up. Pre-show chats and the watch along. Start hard every time, then we finish strong. Pop Guardian for your exclusives. Killing retail with that new shit. Restocks of the same things is the new six. I need some mystery like who's in retribution. New elite of that heat, that's a collectible. Ultimate edition drop, that's a collectible. Super 7 new figure, a collectible. A-Dub series 1 and 2, a collectible. New elite of that heat, that's a collectible. Ultimate edition drop, that's a collectible. Super 7 new figure, a collectible. AE Dub series 1 and 2,